When objects are very small, it is often inconvenient or even impossible to deal with the objects one at a time. Di ba, pag may mga objects natin masyadong maliit or masyadong malaki, nahihirapan tayo lalo na pag-count ng mga maliliit na bagay. Okay, so this problem of dealing with things that are too small to operate with as single items occurred in chemistry. So, yung atoms and molecules are too small to see, let alone to count or to measure. So, yun pong i-discuss natin sa video na ito about moles and the Avogadro's number. Okay, so moles. Avogadro's number is the number of units in 1 mole of any substance, defined as its molecular weight in grams, equal to 6.02 times 10 to the power of 23. So the units may be electrons, atoms, ions, or molecules. So depending on the nature of the substance and the character of the reaction, if there is any. So ang mole daw, 1 mole of any object is actually equal to 6.02 times 10 to the power of 23 of those objects. So if we want to convert from moles to atoms, gagamitin po natin tong value na to na Avogadro's number. If we want to convert also particles to moles, pwede din po, or moles to formula units or moles to ions. So ito po yung gagamitin natin na conversion factor, yung Avogadro's number. So ang Avogadro's number, ang unit nito ay pwede maging atoms, particles, formula units, or ions. And ang equivalent, of course, 1 mole po. Okay, for every 1 mole, meron 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd atoms or particles or formula units or ions. So, pwede ito yung mga units ng Avogadro's number natin. So, yun yung gagamitin natin for conversion. So, let's try solving some problem converting Avogadro's or moles from atoms to particles or formula units and ions using the Avogadro's number. So example here, how many moles are present in 1 billion? So kung i-convert natin yung 1 billion kasi masyadong malaki yung value, kung isusulat natin ang daming zero. So to make it simpler, para magiging madali maisulat, instead of writing all those zeros sa 1 billion, i-convert natin yung 1 billion into exponent. Okay, so exponentials, some people, pwede din natin tawagin yan scientific notation. Okay, so in exponential form. So ang 1 billion ay equal to 1 times 10 to the power of 9. So ang katanungan dito, ilang moles ba meron sa 1 billion of molecules of water? So yun isosolve natin. So given naman, so ang question is moles. So moles of water ang hahanapin natin. So dito, gagamitin natin yung conversion factor natin na Avogadro's number. Okay, para makuha natin yung number of moles present or equivalent sa 1 billion of molecules of water. Ilang moles yun meron. Okay? So, sabi natin, meron tayong 1 times 10 to the power of 9 molecules. So, gagamitin natin yung factor para ma-cancel out yung molecules. So, yung factor natin, ang mangyayari sa taas yung 1 mole, okay? So, times 1 mole of water for every 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd molecules or 23 molecules. So, diba, nagamit na natin yung Avogadro's number at ang unit dito ay molecules since ang hanap natin ay para ma-cancel out ito, para ma-cancel natin so that we can cancel out molecules. Okay, so parang maiwan na lang na unit ay moles. So if we are going to divide 1 times 10 to the power of 9 divided by 6.02 times 10 to the power of 23, so i-divide na lang yung 1. Okay, so when we divide 1, ito lang muna. Okay, This is how you compute it for naka-exponential form siya. So 1 divided by 6.0, 6.02. Okay? So ang magiging answer niyan is actually, it's equal to, ito, susulat ko na lang dito sa side. Okay? So it's actually equal to 0.166. Okay, i-carry natin yun, Okay, so yun, once i-carry natin yun times 10. Okay, so it will change the value, hindi natin ilalagay. So ngayon, ano yung, natin? Ano yung value ng exponent natin? Ito kasi nangyari doon, di ba? Raised to the 9 divided by 10 raised to the 23. So para mas mabilis, this is also equal to 10 raised to the power of 9 minus 23. Okay, so proceed. 9 minus 23, you proceed with subtraction and you carry the sign of the biggest number. So since dito mas malaki si 23, so 9 minus 23 is actually 14, and that is negative, so negative 14. So our answer here is negative 14. So since in scientific notation, kailangan meron isang number in front of your decimal point. So we move this, okay, one decimal place to the right. Pag namumove tayo, okay, if you have seen our video on scientific notation, when you move decimal places to the right, yung exponent natin ay nagiging negative. Okay? So, negative 14, isang place ang na-move. Ang magiging sagot natin, negative 14 plus negative 1 will give you negative 15. So, ang answer natin is actually 1.66 times 10 to the power of negative 15 moles of water. Okay, so yan, negative 15. Kasi doon sa taas, di ba, yung sagot natin is 0.166 times 10 to the power of negative 14. So if we want to make this in the right format for scientific notation, you have to move one place to the right. Okay, so ang mangyayari, nag-move tayo one place to the right. This is resulting to negative exponent. So i-add natin dito plus negative 1. Okay? So, negative 1. So, negative sign plus negative sign will give you negative. Okay? So, ang answer natin dito is actually 1.66 times 10 to the power of negative 15. Kaya yun yung answer natin. Okay? 1.66 times 10 to the power of negative 15 moles of water for every 1 billion molecules of water. So, let's try another sample problem, solving moles and using Avogadro's number. Here, how many molecules are present in 0.001 moles? So ito naman, kabaliktaran. Okay? So hindi na mention kung ano tong substance ba, anong element. Okay, basta ang sabi lang, meron tayo dito na 0.001 moles. Ang hinahanap kung ilang molecules meron doon sa 0.001 moles. Okay, so still, we have to use Avogadro's number. So, number of molecules is equal to, ito, given yung number of moles. So, ngayon naman, instead na sa taas yung 1 mole natin, sa conversion natin, sa baba naman siya para ma-cancel out. So, i-multiply natin yung Avogadro's number. Okay? Ang gagamitin naman natin na units are molecules. Okay? So, times 6.02 times 10 to the power 23 molecules. Kasi yun ang hinahanap dito. So, meron tayong 6.02 times 10 to the 23 molecules for every 1 mole. Okay? So, if you could see, we can cancel this out. Cancel lang yan. Cancel din ito. Kung i-multiply natin yan, ang magiging answer natin actually, kung i-multiply yan, that is equal to, okay, saan ko ilalagay? Dito na lang sa baba. Okay. So, kung i-multiply natin yan ang 0.001 times, hindi na muna natin iisipin yung ano, yung power na, okay? Set aside, as is lang muna siya. Times 6.02, that will actually give us an answer of, okay, dito. 0. Okay, dalawang 0. 602. Okay, so carry natin the same sign, times 10 to the power of 23. So since this is not the right way to write a number in exponential form or in the scientific notation, we have to change this. Kasi kailangan kasi mayroon isang number in front sa decimal point natin. So we move decimal places to the right. Okay, how many places would this be? 1, 2, 3 decimal places. And sabi natin, pag tayo ay nagmo-move ng decimal place to the right, yung exponent natin ay nagiging negative yun. So, negative 3 kasi we moved 3 places to the right. So, meaning yung exponent natin, isa-subtract natin by 3. Okay? So, therefore, our answer is 6.02 times 10 to the power of positive 20. Okay, so yung number of molecules is equal to 6.02 times 10 to the power of 20. So yun. So for every, for every 0.001 moles, meron tayong 6.02 times 10 to the power of 20 molecules. There. So next is we have another example. Try naman natin ito, another example. Convert moles of carbon to atoms. So ito, alam natin na meron tayong element, carbon. Okay, so meron tayong given 4 na moles of carbon, i-convert natin to atoms. So ito, straightforward pa rin yung computation natin. Gamitin natin yung value ng Avogadro's number natin. Pero ang magiging unit niya ngayon ay hindi molecules, kundi atoms. Okay. So the question is, number of atoms of carbon. So, meron tayong 4 na moles of carbon times, dito, i-multiply natin si 6.02 times 10 to the power of 23 atoms for every 1 mole. Okay, mole of carbon. So, dito, para ma-cancel out natin yung unit natin, moles of carbon din. So, if we're going to multiply that, we're going to have an answer of, it's actually, ang sagot natin dito, if we're going to multiply 4 times 6.02, okay, times 10 to the power of 23. Okay, so kung i-multiply yun, magiging answer natin actually is 24 times 10 to the power of 23. Yan, ang sinabi natin, dapat isa lang yung number in front kay decimal point. So, i-convert natin ito to scientific notation, the right scientific notation. Saan bang point natin dito? At the end of the last digit or last number. So, dito siya. So, saan tayo mag-move? Hindi tayo pwede move to the right, but we will move to the left kasi malaki yung number. So, move yung 1 decimal place to the left. Pag nag-move daw tayo 1 decimal place to the left, ang ating exponent ay nagiging positive. Okay, plus, nagpla-plus tayo. So, pag nag-move tayo ng isang decimal place, yung 23 natin, we have to add 1. Okay, because we have moved 1 decimal place. So, our answer now will become 2.4 times 10 to the power of 24. Okay, so therefore, atoms of carbon is equal to, okay, equal to 2.048 times 10 to the power of 24 atoms. Okay? So, very easy, di ba? So, let's check another example. I still have some example here. So, always remember yung Avogadro's number natin. Pwede siya maging iba't ibang units. Okay? Iba't ibang unit siya pwede. Pero hindi siya pwede maging moles. Okay? So, pwede lang siya atoms. Yung na-mention natin kanina, pwede ang unit niya as particles, as atoms, molecules, or even formula unit and ions. Okay, yun yung gagamitin natin na factor. Another, We have another problem here. The question states, convert 5 moles of methane, okay, so CH4 is methane, to molecules and atoms of hydrogen. So, dalawa yung question dito. Meron kang given na 5 moles of methane, hahanapin natin kung ilang molecules meron sa 5 moles of methane, ilang molecules of methane, at ilang atoms of hydrogen. So, ilang hydrogen ba meron dyan sa 5 moles of methane natin? Okay, so let's start solving first for the molecules. So, number of molecules of methane is actually 5 moles, given yung 5 moles natin. 5 moles of methane. So, here, gagamitin natin yung constant natin, yung Avogadro's number. So, since molecule ang hinahanap, so the unit of our Avogadro's number will be in molecules. So, 6.02 times 10 to the power of 23 molecules for every 1 mole of methane. Okay? So here, we can also cancel out natin ang methane times methane. So when you multiply 5 by 6.02, that will actually give you, okay? So the answer is actually 30. Okay, that is round up na lang natin. Okay, so 30 times 10 to the power of 23. So the same, convert this to scientific notation. You move this 1 point decimal place to the left. So that is a positive exponent. So 1 plus 1 tayo dito. Therefore, that is equal to 3.0 times 10 to the power of 24. So therefore, number of molecules is 3.01 times 10. Okay, so dito nakat pala ako. Okay, anyway, this is 3.01. Okay, 0.1. Okay, so 3.01 times 10 to the power of 24 molecules yung ano natin. So, paano natin i-convert naman itong molecules into atoms of hydrogen? Okay, so atoms of hydrogen, alam naman natin na meron tayong 3.01 times 10 to the power of 24 molecules of methane. So, times na lang natin. Okay, erase ko muna ito. Okay, so times natin. When you multiply, meron tayong 5 moles. Okay. Okay, so for every molecules. Okay. So kung titignan nyo, for every molecule natin dito, kung titignan nyo si methane, for every 1 molecule, dito sa formula natin, for every 1 molecule of methane, meron tayong 4. Okay. 4 na atoms. Okay, these are atoms. So therefore, we can cancel out molecules and molecules. So 3.01 times 10 to the power of 24 times 4 will actually give us an answer of 1.204 times 10 to the power of 25. So, okay, ito kasi, pag when you multiply, actually, ang sagot, when mo multiply mo, it's actually 12.04 times 10 to the power of 24. But since gagawin natin scientific notation, we have to move decimal place 1 place to the left. So, para magiging sakto, the right scientific notation. So, we have to add 1. Okay, so 1 exponent. Kaya nakuha natin yun 1.204 times 10 to the power of 25 atoms of hydrogen. Okay, so we still have some problem solvings here. Sample to compute. Okay, so convert 4 moles of aluminum chloride to formula units. Okay, if you have noticed, ang gamit nila dito formula units. We usually call formula units pag two substances are combined, ang isang substance ay metal at ang isang substance ay isang ion. Okay? So, pag na-combine yan sila, so nagiging formula units ang tawag natin. Okay? So, and find the number of chlorine ions. So, dalawa din yung question dito. So, una natin isosolve ano yung formula units. Ilang formula units meron sa 4 moles of aluminum chloride. So, formula units of aluminum chloride, given naman yung 4 moles. So, 4 moles times, okay, meron tayo. Gamitin natin yung Avogadro's number, but this time, the unit we are going to use is the formula units. So, 6.02 times 10 to the power of 23 formula units divided by 1 mole. So, just have to cancel it out. Cancel this. Ang maiiwan na lang unit ay formula unit. So, if we're going to multiply that, that will give us actually 2.408 times 10 to the power of 24. So, still the same. Actually, kung na-multiply natin yung 4 times 6.02, it is actually 224.08 times 10 to the power of 23. So, since magmumove tayo ng 1 decimal place to the left, mag-a-add tayo ng isang exponent, kaya naging 24 yan. Okay? So, therefore, meron 2.408 times 10 to the power of 24 formula units for every 5 moles of aluminum chloride. Okay, so next is the question is find the number of chlorine ions. So, chlorine ions, gagamitin na natin yung formula unit. Meron tayong 2.408 times 10 to the power of 24 formula units times, okay, for every formula units of aluminum chloride, meron tayong 3. Okay, 3 ions. So, 3 ions for every 1 formula unit. Okay? So, yun, ilalagay natin ng 1 formula unit. Okay? So, we have to cancel this out. Cancel this out. So, our answer is 7.2 times 24. This is actually, okay, I forgot to write this. Times 10 raised to the power of 24. And this is equal to chlorine ions. Okay? So, yan yung ano natin, mga samples natin ng moles using Avogadro's number conversion. Okay, hope you like it. Please don't forget to like and subscribe po. Thank you so much.